you make my voice all echoey like. Alright everybody, Old Poe here, and today we're going to put a new STD in our PlayStation 5. So first thing you want to do is power it down the right way. Power it the whole way down. Take off all your cables, and here it is. You get your Phillips head screwdriver. That's named after a fella named Philip. His head's all shaped funny, so they named it after him. And there's your STD. Get that off Amazon. Look up for compatible ones for your PlayStation. That one there is a 2 terabyte. And you want to clear off your gaming area, so you don't need all these extra games around. You don't need your Coleco steering wheel in the way. Make sure you keep Mom's tablecloth looking good. Rosemary and Thyme. It's like that song by Seaman and Garfunkel. Pop off the lid by prying up and sliding down. Be a little more gentle than I was, and that's where your STD is going to go. There's a little screw there, as you can see. Use your Phillips head, shaped like Phillips head. I knew the feller. Odd-shaped head, kind of like that sloth guy from the Goonies. Now, so you make sure it's the right size. That one's a little too big. You won't want to strip the screw. Like the screw stripper, you don't want to strip the screw. It's a little big. So I messed up there. Sorry about that. No. Whoopsie. Go get a smaller one. There we go. Surprise. The magic of cinematography. We got a smaller one. Now we can go to town. Well, we're good. Oh, some lung butter for you. I love you so much. There we go. Get her in there. Apply a little bit of pressure. Not too much, because everything's plastic these days, you know. Not the screw, but everything around her is, right? The housing, everything else. Be very careful, because you might want to get in there again one day. That's what she said. And, there, see? Now it's out. You take off the little cover there. And that's where your STD is going to go. It's right down inside there. There's another little screw in there. And I'll show you. That's a keeper. That's gonna hold your STDs in place. Right there. And it's got a sleeve around it. It's not really a washer. People calling it a washer on the internet. It's like a little sleeve. So, go ahead and you pop that out. Now be careful again, don't strip your screw. Because screw your stripper, don't strip your screw, your strippers and screws. Pretty good joke there, so I'm gonna keep saying her. Alright, you take that out. And this is real simple. Science and or technology. The only problem is Old Poe's hands are a little shaky, and that's a tiny screw. So don't drop her down inside the machine, or you're going to have a heck of a time. I had to take my watch off, see my tan line. It's a pretty sexy tan line. There, see? You see the little sleeve around it? I'm showing you. Keep your pants on. Listen, you're a female. I just put her there next to the other screw now. Now, carefully open your STD. Make it nice and smooth. Open that box just in case there's something wrong with it and you got to return it. You don't want it all damaged, you know. And that way you can just close her up and send her back nice. So, send her right back to Amazon. They can put her back on the shelf and send her to the next guy if you have a problem. So, nice and smooth. Open it up there. And inside you're going to find your STD with the heat sink already with it. That's the kind I got. You got your safety precautions and everything. You want to make sure you read that stuff. And there it's all protected by some foam rubber. And there it is. There's your connection points. There's your heat sink. And there's where the screw with the sleeve's going to go. Just to hold it in place so it don't shake free. It ain't going to shake free unless you're standing there jiggling it like it's a freaking... What are them weights called? Shake weight, yeah. Shake and bake weights there. You slide it in. Now, you can't hear it here, but there's an audible click when you slide it in. It's a click. It's in place. See there? And there's a screw hole, depending on the size, how long. That's what she said, how long it is. There's going to be a screw that goes in. A screw hole there. That's going to be perfect for your size. So, there she is. I just pointed it out to you. Pause it if you need to. Take a look. Take a close look. Now here's your little screw with the sleeve. Be careful here. It's easy to fumble around. You'll see. I'll fumble it here. I dropped it. Whoops. What the hell did I do? I dropped there in a little hole there. But luckily that hole had a bottom to it. Dagnabbit. See? Get a little shaky. Didn't have my bifocals on. I picked her right back up again, though. No biggie. Put her back in that little sleeve. Don't strip it now. Put her in good. Sometimes I do a half turn backwards just to seat the screw in there. Then I start turning her clockwise. Righty-tighty, lefty-loosey is what the old timers said, and it's true. For the most part, it's true. All right? Most of the time for your screws and your nuts and these nuts, and also for, valves and stuff like that. If you're doing some plumbing, or you got your natural gases and your not so natural gases. Now it's in there. Now you just want to put your cover back on. And you grab that screw that came with it, the little PlayStation screw. You'll see it has the little PlayStation symbols if you look really close. If you got your bifocals, you can see it has a little triangle and so. Then there, magic of cinematographies. It's back on. You push it down into place and you slide it. And it's back on there. We set her up there. Our cover is back on Mama's nice tablecloth. And there you slide back over your Coleco steering wheel. Nope, it don't fit in there, Poe. It won't go with it. There's your hot tater chips, and there's your Tetris Attack for the Game Boy, still in the box. That's a pretty nice deal. We're good to go. So all we need to do is take this back into our living room and hook her up. That's an energy drink. At my age, you don't drink those. And that game, that's not even compatible with the PlayStation 5. I don't know why it's there. But thumbs up to you anyway if you play Metroid G. Parker. It's not going to play in your PlayStation 5, though. Okay, turning it on, it's going to say, do you want to foreskin your new STD? You want to foreskin that storage? And you're going to tell it, yes, you want to foreskin it. No, it's warning you that it's going to erase anything that's on there. Well, you bought the thing brand spanking new. I got mine from Amazon. Look up compatible ones through the Google or the Goggle or whatever, and you're foreskinning it right now. Don't you worry. That's good, and it's going to tell you what your read speed is, whatever the hell that means. Oh, belly's bubbling. And there you go. And that's the first screen you're going to see. And there it tells you everything there. It tells you what to do to change where you want to store your stuff now. It tells you how to do it. Go to your settings, go to your storage, your installation, location. Safely remove, blah, blah, blah. We're not going to remove it. We just put the dig dang thing in there. Alright, so then I'll show you here. We did go in here. And I got a bunch of games I did delete, but we're still in my library. PS5 apps and games. From here on out, we're going to store that stuff on our new STD. And information, location, and PS4 games and apps too. Why not? Instead of console storage, put them on there. We got 2 terabytes now. So, and you can go up to 4 terabytes. I think right now is the highest you can go. But, I mean, you don't got to do that right now, do you? You might in the future. I mean, I just got this thing. I bought it on Black Friday. Since Christmas, we actually started using the thing, and it filled up right away. I got a ton of games in my library. Free ones from the PlayStation Plus. And, there's a bunch of games sitting in my library waiting to be installed back on the thing. And this will show you. Evil West. It says, no, you ain't got no room for it. I'm like, wait a minute, now? I don't want to free up space. I'm going to change the location to my storage device. And that is how you do. This is how we do it. So there you go. Now, another thing to note here that I forgot to say that I should have said at the beginning. Make sure you ground yourself. Touch a piece of metal or something before you open that thing to work on it. You don't want a little static charge to ruin your machine. We used to do that as kids on the shag carpet. We'd rub our feet and we'd go over and shock each other right at the top of the crack of our ass. We thought that was hilarious, me and my brothers. So make sure you have no static charge in you. Boom, I will not be held responsible for nothing, for anything, for my entire life. So thank you. Oh, Nacho. Come here, Nacho. No biting. No bite. Ooh, no biting. Oh, Nacho, stop.